That's it. Well, number one, Rafael Nadal made a winning start at the Monte Carlo Masters, beating Gabashvili Telmora 6-4, 6-1 to progress to the third round of the championship. Laugh at me, Tayo. Well, it's good to have you on the program.
Good to be on the show. That's a very tongue-twisting name. You
I
can
know.
understand.
I tried to pronounce it.
Yeah, and good one for Roger Federer as well. He's through to the third round as well. He beat Radek Stepanek.
Okay.
That was quite easy to pronounce.
That's for tennis. And quickly, let's talk football. And we'll begin with the English Premier League.
Wow.
Tayo, last night, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Is the world coming to an end? When Manchester City, leading 1-0 at the Emirates, started chasing Sunderland when they were down by 2-1.
Yeah. Yesterday we talked about how the game will be very tough. We said Sunderland are fighting for their lives in the Premier League, and they will go to the Etihad and give their maximum best. And it wasn't really a surprise yesterday. Manchester City were very flat. It was like it's like riding a car with flat tires.
Like there was nothing in it.
It's amazing because they went a goal up very early in the game, and you thought they would kick on from there and go on to dominate, but it didn't happen. Sunderland actually played better, and they deserved to have won that game. It was just unlucky for Victor Manone that considered that very cheap goal late in the game.
Sad, because they were actually impressive. They gave
Very,
all
yeah.
that they could give.
Yes.
While we were looking at the drama at the Etihad, at Goodison Park, Crystal Palace was ripping Everton apart.
Amazing stuff yesterday. We're listening to the presser of Roberto Martinez, and he said yesterday the game will be very tough. He went on and on about the good job Tony Pulis has done ever since he took over Crystal Palace. It seems the players were not listening because yesterday they didn't turn up, and Crystal Palace absolutely
He warned them.
Yeah, he won them. Yeah, so they didn't heed his advice, and Crystal Palace were just fantastic. Tony Pulis, he knows how to set up a good team. They hardly concede goals. And yesterday, that was 4 wins on the bounce now for Crystal Palace. And they're basically safe now. No threat of relegation again. It's good for Crystal Palace. And it's a very good club. Goes by Jason Ponchion, very good player. He's been in form. Yeah. Cameron Jerome as well. And Scott Dan gave the victory to Everton. And but the two scenarios that came out from yesterday's drama is that Arsenal, they're the biggest winners. Like seriously, because it's in their hands now.
I know. So anything that goes wrong with that fight for 4th place, Arsenal should just have themselves to blame.
Absolutely. Because all they have to do now is win their remaining games, and they will win the 4th place trophy. It's a trophy for Arsenal. Then Chelsea as well too. Chelsea, as a result of the draw between Sunderland and Man City, all they have to do is win their last 4 games, and they will be champions. Same goes to Liverpool, and interestingly, those two sides will be meeting. Like I said a couple of days ago, that is the potential title decider.
You want me to tell you something? That game of yesterday has done a lot to the Premier League table. For Liverpool, it means this title is ours to lose. For Chelsea, it is fight till the end. For Arsenal, well, Tayo says it's a trophy for the Gunners finishing 4th, but I know Arsenal fans wouldn't take that. But I'm looking at the relegation battle right now. Even the top 6 at the bottom, the 6 team at the bottom, it's not sure.
They're still in danger. We're talking of Sunderland, Fulham, Cardiff, Norwich. All these teams are not safe. West Brom, because they're yet to get to that magical 40 points.
Yep.
So
that's the target.
Yeah, that's the target, and all these clubs are still not there. So this Premier League has been the most interesting, the most exciting and pulsating in a very long time. We said it at the end of the season that we'll go down to the wire, and that's what we're saying. We're seeing it at the top, and we're seeing it at the bottom.
That's it. The English Premier League, it brings drama. Liverpool, they're top of the table. Whoever thought that Brendan Rodgers would lead this team, to stay at the top of the table in April? Mid-April, Liverpool still top the table, and they are ready and willing to fight to ensure that they get that title. Yes, not just Liverpool. One team was aspiring to win a trophy. Not just the team. His name, Gareth Bale, after being signed for a whooping £85 million to Real Madrid, already Gareth Bale has a trophy.
Absolutely, first major trophy in his career. Not a surprise. Yesterday, when we found out Ronaldo wasn't going to play the game, we felt the stage has been set for Gareth Bale, and he duly delivered yesterday.
And this man on your
This
screen,
man, what a player!
what a player, what a
Yes.
performance he gave
Incredible.
yesterday.
He is the guy that always turns up when they play Barcelona. And the result is not really a surprise to me because this Barcelona team is the worst in years. I didn't say that. Jose Mourinho said that. And I actually tend to agree with him. Barcelona, they've been very bad. Now, in the space of a week, they've lost out in the La Liga, they've lost out in the Champions League, and now they lost to the bitter rivals Real Madrid in this particular game. And in the first half, I think Real Madrid actually played better and they went ahead in the game, but that was equalizer by
Marc
Bartra.
And whoever thought that he's the one that will step up.
Exactly.
Young and central defender.
Yeah.
But then why didn't he just bring down
Oh
Bale?
my goodness,
That's where experience comes in. You let him run all the way, bring him down. Less than 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, Gareth Bale, proper athlete. The guy is a sprinter. And what he did there was like, you can liken it to passing a relay baton to yourself and still winning the race. That's what he did. And Marc Bartra, that's where, you mentioned experience now, that's where he let him down there. Because if that was Sergio Ramos or Pepe, you can be sure Bale will find himself in the advertising boards. So it's a shame it had to happen to him because he's a very good player. He's coming up now, solid defender, still very young. He still has a lot to learn. He's just done in there. He's done in big time. It was very important for Gareth Bale to score that winner because a lot has been said about him not scoring against the big teams this season, and he delivered on the big
And
stage
do you know
yesterday.
the message? They did it without the influential Cristiano
Absolutely,
Ronaldo.
that makes it more impressive.
Yeah.
And I hope Sergio Ramos didn't drop the trophy this time around like he did in 2011.
I know. But for Barcelona, it's not been a good season. The club's reputation has taken a battering over the past few months following, remember, the tax scandal surrounding last summer's £50 million signing of Brazil star Neymar. Now, the prospect of a rare trophyless season is now a strong possibility.
Yeah, it is looming. It's on the horizon, really. It's very likely to happen. I don't see them. The La Liga is not really in their hands anymore because all Atletico Madrid have to do is win the last few games. And so it's looking very likely. And Tata Martino, he is looking really out of his depth. And you mentioned something about needing good managers to manage good things. A lot of people feel
it's Barcelona.
Anybody
Can. Austin should just go manage Barcelona. And
I remember
they won't finish 10th on the table.
And I remember then some people were trying to undermine Pep Guardiola's records with Barcelona because I felt it was a very good team. You still need a very good coach to manage and bring the best out of a good team. And Tata Martino has failed to do that this particular season, and I will be very surprised if he remains in the job. There are talks about Barcelona looking for a replacement already. But I don't want to put the blame on Tata Martino alone. This Barcelona team, they've been on decline for the past couple of seasons now. Remember last year? They struggled last year, and the only reason they won the league last year was because Real Madrid pressed the self-destruct button very early in the season, and they took advantage of it. But if you look at it,
too much respect.
Yeah, if you look at the head-to-head between them and Real Madrid won, beat them, and they didn't lose any games to Barcelona last year. And the semi-finals of that last year's Champions League against Bayern Munich, we remember what they did to that Barcelona team. They absolutely destroyed them. I think it was 7-0 on aggregates, and it was just a very terrible performance. So it's not really a surprise that Barcelona, they've kept on declining now from last year.
That said, the reigning Spanish champions, not talking about Barcelona, they are third in the La Liga, 4 points adrift leaders Atletico and 1 behind Real with 5 games remaining, and they've been eliminated from the Champions League by Atletico Madrid last week.
Yes, that's what we're saying. In the space of a week, and they've suffered 3 very, very damaging defeats. It's a very sad one for Barcelona and Barcelona fans out there, but that's the way football goes sometimes. And other clubs are not sleeping, other clubs are aspiring to get to the top as well. So,
we need to just keep telling you that when you're talking about football, remember that it's football. Anything can happen. So
absolutely.
That's it. That's our show this morning and on the program. Remember, even when we're out of here, we can still get you talking. Our feedback mechanisms has not changed. We're still on Twitter, channels _sports, on Facebook, but channels-sports, action-packed sports. We want to get you talking all the time. Remember, I told you the Flying Eagles, they are paying the price as they get ready for the African Youth Championship qualifiers. They are playing FC20, a club in Abuja, and they are teaching them, schooling them, bashing them. Football is crazy. It's Flying Eagles 10, FC20 0. Maybe that one will get to 15 or even 20. So that's it. That's where the curtain falls on this action-packed edition of Sports this morning on Channels Television. And on behalf of the team, we're still preaching peace and say no to violence. Do all you can to protect your neighborhood. For the ever-dedicated sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, my name is Austin Okunakpanti. We come your way again in everything you do. Remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.